Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Storytime with Miss Paige. My name is Miss Paige. I'm a librarian at White Tank Library, and I'm so excited you decided to join me today for our Storytime. Our theme today for Storytime is Scarecrows. This is a great Storytime to do since we're just at the end of the summer and moving into one of my favorite seasons, fall. So we're going to sing lots of fun songs centered around scarecrows to get us in that fun fall mood, as well as read an awesome scarecrow book. Are you ready to join me? Let's go! All right, my friends, our welcome song today is called I Wiggle. So we're going to get lots of our wiggles out before we read our book. Are we ready? Here we go. I wiggle my fingers, I wiggle my toes, I wiggle my ears, I wiggle my nose, I wiggle my shoulders, I wiggle my chin, I stretch my arms wide and I pull them back in. I wiggle my elbows, I wiggle my knees, I hop like a bunny. I smile and say cheese. Nice big smiles. Now I have no more wiggles left in me, and I sit on the floor as still as can be. Great job, my friends. I hope you got all of your wiggles out and you're ready for our book. Just before we sing our next song and then get into our book, I have a fun literacy tip for all of my grown-ups. My tip today is to play with puppets or dolls. Play language games with puppets. This is a great way to introduce new words to your child as well as teaching them about emotions, especially if they have a favorite stuffed animal, a favorite doll, a favorite action figure. It's a great way to talk to them about how they're feeling, how their friends are feeling, and just introducing new words to them as well. All right, my friends, we have one last song to sing before we read our book. Are we ready? Our next song is called I'm a Little Scarecrow. Have any of my friends ever heard or sang the song I'm a Little Teapot? Great! This song is just like that. Before we begin, I need all of my friends to stand up nice and tall with their hands on their hips, just like a scarecrow. Are we ready? Here we go. I'm a little scarecrow stuffed with hay. Here I stand in a field all day. When I see the crows, I like to shout, "Hey, you crows, you better get out." Good job, my friends. That is perfect. I think we're ready for our book. Our book today is called The Moon Man by Isabel Harris. It can be found in our Picture Me section of Maricopa County Libraries under the name Harris. The Moon Man by Isabel Harris. In the sunny corner of a wheat field grew a great oak tree. Sitting under its branches were cat, rabbit, and squirrel. They were chatting as usual this time about what they were going to have for lunch. Suddenly, the farmer arrived on his tractor. He pulled up a scarecrow in the middle of the field and then drove away. Of course you know what a scarecrow is, but Cat and Squirrel didn't. So they asked Wise Old Rabbit. "It's a crow scarer, I'm sure," Rabbit said, hopping up to take a closer look. "He smells like buttercups and fresh grass," sniffed Cat. "And he has a friendly face," smiled Squirrel. For the rest of the day, the friends played happily beside the scarecrow, and when the sun began to set, they went to sleep just like always in their comfy homes. Squirrel in the tree, Cat on some hay, and Rabbit in a hole in the ground with his carrots. There was a full moon that night, and in the moonlight, Fox, Owl, and Hedgehog spotted a strange new thing in the field. "What is it?" squeaked Hedgehog. "I think it's a man," said Fox. "From the moon," hooted Owl. "A man-moon! Is he dangerous?" cried Hedgehog. Owl shook his head. "I don't
think so, he said. He must be hungry, added Fox. He's traveled a long way. So the friends decided to make a feast for the Moon Man. All night they gathered tasty treats and put them at his feet. Then, yawning, they headed home to bed. When the sun came up, Cat, Rabbit, and Squirrel met at the great oak tree. Wow! Squirrel gasped. He gave us food, purred Cat. Thank you, Crow Scarer. Let's eat, said Rabbit, hopping around happily. We must give him a thank you present, smiled Cat when all the food was gone. So for the rest of the day, the friends picked beautiful flowers and decorated the Scarecrow with them. Night-night, Crow Scarer, yawned Squirrel as the afternoon turned to dusk. Sweet dreams. When it was dark out, Fox, Owl, and Hedgehog returned to find that the feast had disappeared and the Moon Man was covered in flowers. He ate it all, cheered Fox happily, and he picked those flowers to take home, said Hedgehog. Yes, nodded Owl wisely, because there are no flowers on the moon. Do you think he's homesick? Wondered Hedgehog. I would be, agreed Fox. But how can he get home? Let's build him a rocket, they all shouted together. So Owl drew a plan while Fox and Hedgehog gathered materials. The friends worked together and soon the rocket was almost ready. Hedgehog and Fox tied the final twig in place. Perfect, hooted Owl as he poured honey inside for fuel. Then, before the friends headed home, Owl tucked some of his old feathers inside the Moon Man's sleeves to help him fly. Early the next morning, the farmer arrived at the field. He was puzzled to find the Scarecrow covered in flowers and feathers, so he cleaned them off and moved the Scarecrow to a faraway field. Cat, Rabbit, and Squirrel watched the farmer sadly. Thanks for the food, Magic Crow Scarer, said Cat. I will miss him, sniffed Squirrel. That night, Fox, Owl, and Hedgehog were happy to see that the Moon Man had flown away in his rocket. They looked up and saw a shooting star across the dark sky. There he goes, the animals cheered as they imagined their friend back on the moon with his family. Goodbye, Moon Man, whispered Hedgehog, and good night. The end.
What an awesome book. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. We've got a couple more songs and rhymes to do before we get to our craft. Are we ready? Our next rhyme is called Scarecrow, Scarecrow. Are we ready? This one's going to need a very scary face from all of my friends. Here we go. Scarecrow, Scarecrow, how scary can you be? You scared away the crows, but you can't scare me. Let's see that big scary face. Arr. Good job, my friends. Let's sing it one more time. Are we ready? Scarecrow, Scarecrow, how scary can you be? You scared away the crows, but you can't scare me. Big scary face again. Arr. Great job, my friends. All right, my friends. Our last song is called Did You Ever See a Scarecrow? Are we ready? Here we go. Did you ever see a scarecrow, a scarecrow, a scarecrow? Did you ever see a scarecrow that's filled with dry hay? He's all dressed in old clothes, he scares off the black crows. Have you ever seen a scarecrow that's filled with dry hay? Great job, my friends! All right, my friends, before we jump into our craft that we're going to do together, I wanted to talk to our grown-ups a little bit about an online resource that we offer here at Maricopa County. The online resource is called Scholastic Teachables. It can be found on our online resource page on our website from A to Z, scroll all the way down to Scholastic Teachables. It's a website that is filled with different worksheets, activities on lots of different subjects, pretty much anything that you can think of for your kiddo to do. It's a great way to expand the learning that they're doing maybe in school, or even if they're just about to start school going to preschool, or you just want to get them into doing different worksheets and crafts and everything like that, it's a great resource to have. And it's actually where I found the craft that we're going to do today. So make sure that you check that out on the URL listed below on this page. And as always, if you ever have any questions, please feel free to contact your local Maricopa County Library, and we'll be more than happy to help you. Thank you all for joining me for my Scarecrow themed story time today. I hope you all had a lot of fun. Right before we go, I just wanted to share a fun craft that you can find on Scholastic Teachables on our homepage that's all about building your own scarecrow. It's a great coloring worksheet you can print out and then cut with your parents, put together, and it's an awesome craft to help you remember all things scarecrows and our story time today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.
An awesome craft that Scholastic Teachables has online, totally free for you to print, is the Mr. Scarecrow craft. This is a great craft for us to do, especially for our story time today. It's quick and easy and something that your kiddos will love. On Scholastic Teachables is this craft that you can print out totally for free. Each of the different pages comes with it, and then what your kiddo will do is color each of the different pages. You'll cut them out and glue them together. So all you need besides printing the papers are some crayons, scissors, and then of course glue to put everything together. I have completed the craft myself, and I want to give you an idea of what it'll look like when it's all done. Here is Mrs. Paige's Mr. Scarecrow. I had a lot of fun with this craft, and it's a great one for you to do with your kiddos to help either talk about scarecrows or just get into the fall mood.